Good evening and welcome students. So today we shall study about the comprehension questions on 2D. The second lesson is 2D. So idanu class alli ನಾವು revise ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ and this will be the last video. From next week onwards there will be no videos and you will have only classes. Okay. So this is an additional video. So please listen and then answer the Google forms. You know the story of 2D. It's a story written by the Russian novelist Leo Tolstoy. In a small country, Monaco, it was a peaceful kingdom. Suddenly a murder took place. And then the king, the ministers, the jurymen, everybody sat together and then they started discussing what is to be done. And finally, they decide to get the man's head cut off his head. But they do not have a guillotine or an expert. So what they did, they wrote to the nearby governments, that is French government and Italian government. French government demanded 16,000 francs for a machine and an expert. Italian government demanded 12,000 francs. So it was quite costly. So the king again called all the ministers, what is to be done? They said, let us cancel his punishment. Let us make it into a life imprisonment. Again there was some problem. They do not have a permanent prison room for a person of life imprisonment. Then finally they managed to have a small room. And they put a guard who used to bring the food and all that. After some 1 year, the king saw the expenditure. There was some new expenditure on the maintenance of the criminal. It was about 600 francs. Then again he called for a meeting and then they decided to remove the guard, and then that also did not work out. Then finally they said, we'll let him free, let him go. So they called the criminal and asked him to go away. You are free, you can go. But he refused. You have spoiled my career. First you awarded me death sentence, but you did not kill me. Next you changed the sentence to life imprisonment. Again now you removed the guard. I do not say anything. But now I don't have anybody. If I go, I do not know what work I have to do. So he refused to go. Then finally they gave him fixed some pension of 600 francs and then gave him 1/3 of his annuity, and then he agreed to go on one condition, that his pension should be paid regularly. So he went by rail, quarter of an hour, crossed the border, bought some land, cultivated market gardening, then he lived peacefully after that. And once in a month he used to come for the pension and then play 1 or 2 games in the gaming houses and then go back. So here the prisoner or the culprit was too costly for the government of Monaco. That is why the story is 2D. Now we'll come to the 1 mark questions and 4 mark questions and 6 mark questions. As you know, 1 mark questions are short answers. Example, answer the following in a word, phrase or a sentence. Okay. So I'll touch important questions from your text. Where does the kingdom of Monaco lie? Where does the kingdom of Monaco lie? First 2 lines alli answer baruttade. The kingdom of Monaco lies near the borders of France and Italy on the shore of the Mediterranean Sea. First 2 lines alli answer ide. Next, why was Monaco called a toy kingdom? Why it was called as a toy kingdom? Then answer is because it was a small country with only about 7,000 inhabitants. It was a small country with only 7,000 inhabitants. Third one, who ruled the kingdom of Monaco? The kinglet ruled the Monaco. He had a palace, courtiers, ministers, bishop, generals and an army. Just like any other king, he had everything. Okay. How large was the army of Monaco? It was a small army of 60 soldiers. It was a small army of only 60 soldiers. Name the taxes levied by the Prince of Monaco. It's very important. Name the taxes. So, there was a tax on tobacco, tax on wine and spirits, and a poll tax. So, mainly 3 taxes. Tax on tobacco, tax on wine and spirits, and a poll tax. What was the source of King's special revenue? Very important question. The source of King's special revenue was a gaming house where people played roulette. Okay. The game was roulette. And where they played? In the gaming house. Gaming house means gambling house. Okay. This was the special source of income for Monaco. Who were the beneficiaries of the gaming house? The people play roulette, and whether they win or lose, the keeper gets a percentage. And the king also gets a share of that. Now, why does the gaming house keeper pay so much to the prince? He pays so much because it is the only gambling establishment in Europe. In all other countries, they had forbidden gambling. They had abolished the gaming houses. But only Monaco was having. So, people from all over Europe who wanted to play roulette or who wanted to gamble, they came to Monaco, and Monaco got income. It was a special source of revenue. Why did the Germans stop gaming houses in their country? The Germans stopped gaming houses because it did much harm, as some risked others' money, and when they lost, they would either drown or shoot themselves. See, it did much harm. Sometimes, if they lose, they will go and drown themselves, or they will go and shoot themselves. They will go and hang themselves. So, that is why German government forbade or stopped the gaming houses. Why did the Prince of Monaco remain with the monopoly of the gaming business? The Prince of Monaco needed money to live and reign and maintain the courtiers. He wanted money to run the government. Okay. Then, what does the prince carry out like other kings on a smaller scale? What does he do? He has his coronation. He has his coronation. See the last paragraph in that. He has his coronation, his levees, he rewards, sentences, and pardons. And also, he has reviews, councils, laws, and courts of justice. Everything on a smaller scale. What unusual incident, very important question though, what unusual incident took place in the prince's kingdom? A murder was committed. A murder was committed in the kingdom where people were all peace-loving. So people were all peace-loving. Then suddenly a murder was committed. Then, who argued the case of the murderer? There were judges, prosecutors, jurymen, and barristers. They all joined together and argued the case. What was the punishment given to the murderer? What did they decide? The punishment given was to have his head cut off. They wanted to cut his head off. How did the prince confirm the death sentence? The prince read the sentence and confirmed it, saying, "If the fellow must be executed, execute him." What was the only hitch in carrying out the execution? Very important question though. What was the only hitch? They neither had a guillotine nor an executioner. They did not have the machine They do not have an expert. So that was a hitch. Hitch means problem. Then, how much did the French government demand for supplying a guillotine and an executioner? The French government demanded 16,000 francs. The French government demanded 16,000 francs. Then, how much did the Italian government demand for the machine and an expert? The Italian government demanded 12,000 francs. Okay. Why didn't the French government have respect for a king? Because French government was republican and it had no respect for a king. Why did the soldiers refuse to do the job of execution? They refused because they did not know how to do it, and also they had not been taught about it. Why was death sentence converted into life imprisonment? Because this would enable the prince to show his mercy and also carrying out death sentence was quite expensive. What was a hitch in life imprisonment? There was no suitable room for a man sentenced to life. What was the duty of the guard? They had put a guard. What was his duty? The guard had to watch the criminal and fetch his food from the palace kitchen. What was a new item of expenditure in the annual account? What was a new item? It was the amount spent on the maintenance of the criminal. How much did the king spend on the criminal annually? The king spent more than 600 francs annually for the keep of the criminal. How long did they expect the criminal to live? The criminal was young and healthy and might live for 50 years. He was quite young and healthy and he might live for 50 years. What was the final opinion of the ministers? Finally, what they decided? The ministers decided to dismiss the guard and wanted the prisoner to run away. What did the criminal do when there was no guard? The criminal went to the palace kitchen, brought his dinner, and then shut his door and stays inside. Then what did the criminal say when the Minister of Justice asked him to run away? The criminal said that he had nowhere to go and they had ruined his character by his sentence and the people would turn their backs on him. Why did the criminal say that they had treated him badly? They had sentenced him to death in the beginning, but they did not execute him. Then they sentenced him to life imprisonment and put a guard, but later removed the guard. And now they wanted him to go away. What was the only way of getting rid of the prisoner? The only way to get rid of the prisoner was to offer him a pension. They decided to offer him a pension and then send him away. Then, what was the pension fixed for the criminal? How much pension was fixed? The pension fixed was 600 francs. The pension fixed was 600 francs. On what condition did the criminal agree to go away? The criminal agreed on condition that he should be paid his pension regularly. Then, how much money was paid in advance? How much money did they pay? He was paid 1/3 of his annuity in advance. 1/3 of his annuity in advance. Then, what did a criminal do after settling down? He bought a bit of land, started market gardening, and lived peacefully thereafter. Where did the criminal settle down? The criminal settled down just across the frontier. That means just across the border. He crossed the border by train, bought some land, he started market gardening and then settled there. What did a criminal do after settling down? He bought a bit of land, started market gardening and lived comfortably thereafter. So these are all 1 mark questions, and we have some 4 mark questions. Let us see. 4 mark questions alli textbook alli ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಟಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Comprehension 2. The first question ಏನು? Though gambling is a dirty business, why does the king of Monaco resort to it? It's a very important question. 4 mark question ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. I'll dictate the answer. Those who are interested, you can take down. The Prince of Monaco maintained a gaming house, which was a special source of revenue for the toy kingdom. People go and play roulette, and whether they win or lose, the keeper gets a percentage of the turnover, and out of the profits, he pays a large sum to the prince. The German sovereigns had forbidden gambling houses as they did much harm, as some of them went to the extreme step of drowning or shooting themselves when they lost. The Prince of Monaco knew that it was a dirty business, but he realized that it was the main source of revenue for the kingdom, because taxes from poll tax, wine and spirits, tobacco, this was not sufficient to maintain his government. So he was getting a lot of money from the gaming houses. So he was able to maintain the government. He remained with the monopoly of the business as he realized that you can't earn stone palaces by honest labor. Idu ಒಂದು proverb idu. You can't earn stone palaces by honest labor. Honest ಆಗಿ ನ್ಯಾಯ ನೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ದುಡ್ಡು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇ ಮೋಸ ಮಾಡುವುದು, ಕೆಟ್ಟ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುವುದು, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಬರುತ್ತದೆ. That is the meaning of that. That is why he resorted to gambling. Then the revenue the king got by way of taxes was very little, but the revenue from the roulette at the gaming house was quite high, so that the king could maintain this kingdom, the ministers and the army. The king reigns and rakes in the money, and his court with all the ceremony of a real king. So you have seen this limit. It is about 80 to 100 words. Okay, this much you must write. Second important question is, book notary. Why did the king of Monaco keep changing his mind in dealing with the criminal? Why he starts changing again and again? This is important question. Answer. Once a murder was committed in the peaceful kingdom of Monaco. The judges, prosecutors, jurymen and barristers assembled and argued, and finally they condemned the criminal to have his head cut off, and the prince confirmed the sentence. But they had neither a guillotine nor an executioner. They did not have. Then they wrote to the French government, and they agreed to provide a machine and an expert for 16,000 francs. This was quite too much. Then they wrote to the Italian government. They demanded 12,000 francs. This was also costly. So he called the general and asked one of his soldiers to do the execution. but no one was ready, as they were not trained to do it. Finally, the commission suggested to alter the death sentence into life imprisonment, and the prince agreed. Even this cost the government more than about 600 francs. As the criminal was young and healthy, he might live for about 50 years. So that was also quite costly. So again, they discussed and decided to let the prisoner go free. So they called him and told him, "You are free, you can go anywhere." But he refused to go, saying that he had forgotten the way of working and people will turn their backs on him. So this is the answer for this. Okay, same limit. Paragraph answer 80 to 100 words. The third question, see the textbook. Why was the criminal reluctant to go out of the prison? Third question, 4-mark question idu. Why was he not ready to go? Answer. The ministers sat and thought of a plan to reduce the expenditure on the criminal. Finally, they decided to free him and let him go. The Minister of Justice called the criminal and told him that he could go anywhere as he was free. But the criminal refused to go and said that he had nowhere to go and could do nothing. They had ruined his character by the sentence, and people would turn their backs on him. Besides, he had got out of the way of working, and they had treated him badly. When they sentenced him to death, they should have executed him, but they did not. Later, they changed the sentence to life imprisonment and put a guard over him, but later dismissed the guard. Finally, they have asked him to go, but he refused to go as he had no one and no land or property, and he did not know any kind of work, and people would not respect him. They will turn their backs on him. So the criminal was reluctant to go out of the kingdom. So all the points you must mention. Why he was not ready to go is a very important question. All the three are important. 4-mark questions again, all the three are important. Even one more question, that is fourth question, that is also very important. All four are important only. How did a criminal lead his life after his release? Fourth one idu. When the criminal refused to go away, the council was called and it was decided to send him away. But when he refused to go, they decided to give him a pension of 600 francs and then he was ready to go. They also gave 1/3 of his annuity in advance. So that amount was helpful to him. So the criminal agreed to go on condition that they should pay the pension regularly. So he left the king's dominions and after a quarter of an hour by train, he emigrated. That means he crossed the border, settled down across the frontier, where he bought a bit of land, started market gardening, and lived comfortably. He always went at the right time to draw his pension. He then went to the gaming tables, staked 2 or 3 francs, sometimes won and sometimes lost, and then went home. He continued to live peacefully and happily thereafter. So all the 4 questions are very, very important. Please concentrate and read them. Now 6-mark questions alli, I will give only one. That is first one. Comprehension 3 nalli The first one. You can't earn stone palaces by honest labor. In what context is the statement made? Okay. So this is it can be asked as a long answer question. That means about 200 words. It must be at least one page. Okay. So you must give some introductions also so that it covers up. The story Two Deer is written by one of the greatest Russian novelists, Leo Tolstoy. Okay. It was a peaceful kingdom, a tiny kingdom with about 7,000 people. But suddenly a murder was committed, and the king called everybody and then discussed, and then they wanted to cut his head off. But pertaining to this question, what we have to answer is about taxes. The king had to maintain the palace, courtiers, ministers, bishop, general, and the army. So he needed money. But income from the taxes, that is tax on tobacco, tax on wine and spirits, and poll tax, this was quite less. So what he thought, he will have the monopoly of the gaming houses. Throughout Europe, gaming houses or gambling was forbidden because there was a lot of harm. Particularly the German government totally stopped gambling houses. But Monaco, the king of Monaco, thought that though it is a dirty business, this is a source of special revenue. So he allowed the gaming houses where they played roulette and the income was coming to the government. Okay. In this story, Two Deer, we come across the toy kingdom of Monaco. When all the European countries, including Germany, had forbidden gambling, the Prince of Monaco remained with the monopoly of the business. Everyone who wanted to gamble went to Monaco. Whether they win or lose, the keeper always gets a percentage on the turnover, and out of the profit, he paid a large sum to the prince. The kinglet of Monaco knew that it was a dirty business, but he had no other way of getting huge revenue to maintain his subjects, his ministers, his courtiers, and the army. He had to hold the court with all the ceremony of a real king. He has his coronation and levies, he rewards, sentences, pardons. He also has his reviews, councils, laws, and courts of justice, like any other king, but only on a smaller scale. The proverb, you can't earn stone palaces by honest labor, rightly applies to the context in the story, because gambling is a dirty business. But by having the gaming houses, he was able to get money to run the government. Then it is quite apt to the present society, where honest and hard-working people just live hand to mouth. Sincere people, hard-working people, honest people, they just live. They can't make money from hand to mouth. But those who are cunning, those who are crooked, they earn a lot of money and they come up in life. We come across many politicians and businessmen who become rich overnight by illegal means, whereas those who work hard and sincerely just manage to make both the ends meet. The statement is universal in the present world, just as it is in the story. Okay, with this I have covered up all the 1 mark questions, 4 mark questions, and 6 mark questions. Okay, you must be thorough so that you don't make mistakes and you do well in the exam. So you must be precise. That means answer should be correct and to the limit. So 1 mark question is how much, what is the limit? A word, phrase or a sentence. Not more than 1 sentence, 2 sentence, 3 sentence ಬರೀಕ್ಲೇ ಹೋಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಅದು SSLCನಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಳ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರೆಯುವುದು. ಟೀಚರ್ ಏನು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಅದನ್ನು ಹಂಗಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಹೆನ್ಷನ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸ್. ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೇನು ಪಾಠದ ಏನು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ಅನ್ಯೂಶುವಲ್ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಟುಕ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಮೊನಾಕೋ? ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಏನು? ವಾಟ್ ಅನ್ಯೂಶುವಲ್ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್. ಶಾರ್ಟಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಅ ಮರ್ಡರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಕಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಮೊನಾಕೋ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಬರೆಯೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಡ. ಸೊ 1 mark ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ರೈಟ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ದ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ವರ್ಡ್, phrase or a sentence. Okay, and 4 mark questions and the latest pattern alli you will have objective type ABC. They give a objective type, but yes or no questions are not there. Answer will be yes or no. Adu iralla, adu hale system alli ide, but new pattern alli this has been removed. Then second one is comprehension 2, that is 4 mark questions. 4 mark questions means answer the following in a paragraph of 80 to 100 words. In a paragraph of 80 to 100 words. So 80 to 100 words means it comes about 10 to 15 lines. ನೀವು ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರು ಒಂದೇ ಥರ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಣ್ಣದಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಪೇಜ್, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಪ್ಪ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಒಂದು ಫುಲ್ ಪೇಜ್ ತಂಗ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಈಸ್ 80 to 100 words. ನಿಮ್ಮದು ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಪೇಜ್ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಈಸ್ 80 to 100 words. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದ 4 questions ಆರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಇದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದು ಕೇಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಅರ್ಥಾಗ್ತದ? ಸೊ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಅದರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಡೋಂಟ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಅದರ್ ಗೈಡ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಯು ಲರ್ನ್ ದೀಸ್ 4 lessons, 4 questions. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಏನು? ದೋ ಗ್ಯಾಮ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಡರ್ಟಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್, why does the king of Monaco resort to it? Second question, why did the king of Monaco keep changing his mind in dealing with the criminal? Third one, why was the criminal reluctant to go out of the prison? And fourth one, how did the criminal lead his life after his release? In ನಾಲ್ಕನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಕೇಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. They will ask only these. Or they can ask you, describe the kingdom of Monaco. ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆಯೋ ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಹಂಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬರೀಬೇಕು. That is a small kingdom, 7,000 people, borders of Italy and France and all that. ಸೊ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಈ 4 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, 6 mark ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ಗೆ they have given 2. But generally the first question is asked. That is, you can't earn stone palaces by honest labor. Justify this with reference to the story. So I have told you that I have given you the answer. Okay, so ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. 6 marks ಬರುವಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇಂಟ್ರಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, 4 marks ಬರುವಾಗ ಯು ಸಿ ದ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಲೆಸ್. ಅದನ್ನು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯು, ಸೊ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಯುವರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡೆಡ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಓವರ್, ನೋ ಮೋರ್. Because 15th onwards, next week also we will do some revision of some chapters. Okay, commerce we will start 1 2 3. Now second is coming, the third, 3 4 like that we will be going. For science we have to complete the book. That is 2 more lesson, that is where there is a wheel and water. So water has been deleted, but even then we will just revise that. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ 4 lessons removed. Out of 14 there are 10 and 4 are deleted according to the latest. So accordingly the question papers will be set. But even then we will be revising those lessons also. Okay, so with that we'll meet you in the class. Please go through the videos, listen, and then complete the Google form, because only when you do the Google forms, when the marks are coming, then only father will think that you are watching the videos. ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, we will not accept that. You have to attempt the Google Forms and your marks must be forwarded to the college. Okay then, bye. Thank you.